Welcome to Art Wars Season 2. 11 brand new artists, 10 weeks of competition, and 1 winner. It's about to come to your screens very, very, very soon. Well, you're probably already watching an episode. 11 brand new artists from 9 different countries are here to compete to be the second ever Art Master, facing all brand new challenges, new twists, and a bunch of new judges. This season's twists and turns will be bigger than ever, and the challenges even harder. So make sure you stay tuned, because these 11 artists will start competing now. Welcome to Art Wars Season 2, Episode 3. If you haven't watched the last 2 episodes, make sure you do, because this episode obviously will reveal who went home, which I'm going to recap now. So in episode 1, sadly we said goodbye to Green Team Mocha, and then in episode 2 we saw Seki Sofan go home sadly. They're both incredible artists, so make sure you check them out. But today the remaining 9 artists finally come together for their first challenge as one. So the first challenge was the team challenge, so let's get straight on to today's main challenge. So as you just saw, today's main challenge is the team challenge, where they're split into 3 teams picked by the last 2 episodes winners, and they have to think of a theme, subject, kind of like idea to do together. So you put them all the drawings next to each other, and they look like they go together. Like you could have them next to each other, and they would just, with like colour, the theme, or that kind of stuff. So the 3 themes picked for each team was they picked them themselves. The teams was Stranger Things, the Snowball Disco or Dance. I don't really watch Stranger Things. Don't remember. Sorry. The next one was Modern Mythic Creatures, and last but not least was video game characters. So now it's time to reveal who the 3 teams are. So the 3 teams are Team Maria. Episode 1's winner is Maria, Kalina, and Alex. Then we have the second group, which was episode 2's winner, which was Just Another Artist picked these, which is Applehead.Arts, Just Another Artist herself, and Raindrop. And then last but not least, the remaining 3 artists formed the last team, being Honey, Ink Dawn, and T Doodles. So T's team, she became a captain, did the Mythic Creatures, Maria did video game characters, and last but not least, Just Another Artist team did Stranger Things Snowball Disco. There's a lot of themes going on, and it's so hard to keep up, but this episode was some amazing art. So the way judging will work is each person gets judged individually, like by the judging circle with the points, how every episode has gone so far, but the team with the overall highest average score will be safe, all of them. But then there'll be 1 winner, like normal as well, and then the remaining 6 artists, then the bottom 2 from them will be facing elimination. So let's get straight on to showing you the amazing art. Welcome to... Get out of frame now! Welcome to the 3rd judging circle review talky chatty section with myself and one of my closest and bestest of friends, Marge. Whoa. We're joined with her lovely cow hat as well.
My lovely cow hat.
Show them the ear.
Of course.
The therapist. The iconic therapist. But in sad news, this is going to be Marge's last episode for some time. But make sure to stay tuned, because we still have some amazing guest judges. I've been violated. Oh, it's all going wrong. But we have some amazing guest judges coming, especially next episode. I'm super excited for. Anyway, so let's start with today's little judging circle review. Let's try and do this under 10 minutes because editing. So we are going to start with the. Because I don't like editing. We're going to start with. We're going to start with team. No one asked. Stop.
Who said I was talking to you? I was talking to my therapist.
He's behind you. Anywho, we're going to start with team.
You can't talk to someone behind you. Carry on.
We're going to start with Team Maria, aka the winner of episode 1's team. So she picked Alex and Kalina. The person that drew Susie, it's going to be on screen because I can never say the name, and by the end of the series I'm going to try and learn it, but I can't. I'm sorry, don't shoot me. So they did video game characters, and I don't really play video games except for Minecraft because I have a life. I'm kidding. But yeah, so I didn't actually know any of them, but most of the people in the Dragon Circle knew who they were. But we're going to start with talking about them individually. So starting with Maria, the only real fault was no one knew who this was at all. It just looked like a random brown-haired girl.
I can't remember what
This one, you ready? How do I flip my camera? There. Her. That one.
the one with the one in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just the only thing that kind of like shows it's to do with games is the controller.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure the bubblegum has to do with something. But yeah, it just wasn't really clear who it was, and I think that's the downfall of this drawing this week for her.
Unless it's just us.
Huh?
Unless it's just us.
There was a couple people who didn't really realise who they were.
Oh. Yeah. Really, I guess that's kind of it.
But as a drawing, the shading, we loved it. It was amazed. The judging circle, technique-wise, loved this drawing completely. It just, who the hell is it? Next, we are talking about the person I can't say, which is on screen next to Morgan's face. Oh my god, wait. I'm bigger now. And oh my lordy lord, this character is incredible. Like, the shading, the depth, it fits in well. It's such a good drawing. And this is the only team that decided to take all three of their characters and shove it into one drawing and send it to each other, which I think is amazing. It definitely made it harder than for the time crunch.
That's good because it's a team challenge.
It definitely worked.
Whatever on the team challenge and it goes.
It worked in their favour, definitely.
Yeah.
And just overall, it's an incredible drawing. There was literally no faults with this person's drawing. And then Alex. There is just not much to it. There's no real detail. The placement of the watermark, just why? Put it along the side like the other two did. You wrote like it looks like it's been split in half. There's Alex is the image and the other two. It just doesn't fit in. I've spots. Do you not know who? The one on the chair.
You look like you want to stand out even more.
There just wasn't much to it.
I kind of liked it.
But it was so basic.
Like character, I like what she was wearing, but I agree with the watermark.
It was just unnecessarily placed, compared to the other two at least.
But all together,
it does come together.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Drawing.
Okay, so the next stream we are going to be looking at is Team... Just Another Artist, winner of episode Dose. They did Stranger Things. I think it's a Snow Disco or Dance. I've never watched Stranger Things, so don't come for me. But it's overall, this team did amazing. As a team, the only fault is why did one person decide to do a Polaroid? And that was just another artist. Why would you draw your characters in a Polaroid when all of your other teammates did it on a white background? There was clearly a communication error. I just think you want to stand out, but not in this way on a team challenge.
Yeah, it's like, why? It's like everyone else is like a character and you're a Polaroid.
Yeah, there was just like, huh? But then technique-wise, incredible. But one thing I noticed again, the colours and the hues of that drawing there from just another artist, completely different to the others. They're very blue-toned, browns. There's greens, reds, different. Like, it's a team challenge, you know. But then, as a drawing, ignoring the other two, it's incredible. But for the team, it just falls because of that.
Separate, like if they were separate.
Yeah.
Cool, but like it's a team challenge.
Am I recording? Yeah. Next we're going to look at Applehead.arts, who, personally, were one of my favourites of the week. So, like, the only fault is some people thought 11 looked a bit older than her actual character. I'm not sure that much because I haven't actually watched it, so I don't know what age she's meant to be.
I don't think it's like that much of a difference. Like it's not like she's.
She definitely looks like older. She definitely looks older than the Finn. Is that his name? The boy.
Yeah.
She looks older than him by a lot.
Yeah.
But then I love.
But like.
Huh?
Amazing technique.
Oh yeah, the shading on bloody dot point.
Yep.
And she did the two separate drawings, and I think there was a lot more detail in this than in just another artist's. And I think the watermark placement of this, amazing. Just another artist. I think they put it like dots in the middle, but I don't know ask what it is. I'm really confused by that. But I'm not sure. Last but not least on this team is Raindrop. Now, Raindrop, I love this drawing, technique-wise, incredible. Like, that's the thing this episode. Technique-wise, it's incredible. But who the bloody donkey are they, you know? No one really understood who these two people were.
Raindrop's style.
Raindrop, this competition so far, has been amazing. Hasn't won a challenge, but hasn't been in the bottom. Has always been saved and kind of floated, you know? I think Raindrop could win the next challenge, possibly, if she comes out with something incredible. Because she has been, she just needs that little more edge to it.
She have some tricks up her sleeve.
Definitely. Because she won Christmas Art Wars, she just hasn't won main challenge or normal. But
I feel like she's got tricks up her sleeve.
Same, definitely. From what I've seen her do in the past, 100%. Yeah. So the last team is Team T, who were actually the remaining three and got picked by the two winners. So this was kind of the underdog team, and they really wanted to win and pull it out the bag. But that didn't happen at all. Overall, the average score, I'll give you a little sneak peek of the scores before we go to them. They got the overall worst average score of, I think it was 6.3. It was just a mess. But let's just start off individually. Ink Dawn, just the lack of detail. Lots of blank space. What is it? The watermark. It's just an overall confusing. Oh yeah, great colours. I love the colour scheme.
Really confusing.
And it's just like, what? It's got horns. It has gills to ears, but is that a tail? Like, what is it? I'm very confused by it, you know?
I have no idea.
It just doesn't make sense. Next is T Doodle, who last time did this incredible dragon with the most detail I've ever seen on a drawing. But then this time, there isn't much detail to it. It's like and some people got kind of confused by the depth. I kind of get what they mean, I kind of don't. It's a bit, depth is hard, and especially when you have a straight flat line, like, it's just, I don't know. But I did like
The shading is good.
the shading in the hair I love, but the shading on the tail, it's just a bit basic. I would love to see some more texture to it. Because especially with digital, you have all these preloaded brushes. Add some fun, fancy textures, you know? But then I loved the modern twist with that microphone, as their theme was modern, supernatural creatures. Yeah, pretty sure it was. So they shoved in some modernness, which I think no one else did on her team. Last but not least, we
They
have
stuck to the drawer, stuck to the light.
theme.
Yes.
And the colour scheme, once again, loved it. I only think, quite pale skin, I think the skin could have done something else to it.
Yeah.
Last but not least, we have honey. Only problem mentioned by anyone is it doesn't look like a supernatural creature. It looks like a human boy. The only notice is its slightly large ears, but like, my ears are quite big. It could be me for all we know.
They're like slightly printed. I think if you look enough, you can tell.
But then the feeling of the drawing is very mythical. Like, it's got that kind of magical zing to it with the kind of blue sparkliness, which I love. And it's definitely improvement to last week. Definitely. It's less hectic, less crazy, and I like looking at it. But yeah. That has been the Judging Circle review.
Reminds me of a fairy tale.
Yeah, it reminds me. What's that show? It was an English-British show of like a fairy and an elf. The fairy was pink, the elf was blue. It was like a child show. Do you know what I'm on about?
No.
Okay, don't worry.
The first thing I thought of was Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom.
Yeah, that's what I was on about.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Ben and Holly. I forgot their name. Love
I like
that.
the little ladybug.
Yeah. Oh. Anyway, that has been the end of the Judging Circle review section with me, myself, and Marge. Marge won't be back next episode or episode 5. Hopefully episode 6. We're not quite sure what's going on yet, but we'll see.
I've seen the theme and I'm very intrigued.
Yeah. So we will have a little wait around and see when she's appearing next. She'll definitely be in the final because I'm forcing her to, because I'm a mean friend.
I'm forced into the final.
Yeah. But this has been the judging section. See you later, alligator. We're going through the results of this week right now. And remember, the winning team will be safe no matter where they place on the leaderboard this week. And the remaining 6 artists will then, the bottom 2 out of them, will be up for elimination no matter where anyone places. So if your team wins, you're safe, even though you're in the bottom. So that's how it works. Let's get to the scores. It's time to reveal who came where. The winning team, safe from elimination, as you can see, is just another artist team, which also include Raindrop and Applehead.art. They are all safe from elimination, but will still be in the rankings. The winner of today's episode is Applehead.art with the highest average score. In second and third place is, I can't say your name, but it'll be on screen, and Raindrop. In fourth place is Honey. In fifth and sixth place is Maria and Just Another Artist, the winners of episode 1 and 2. And in seventh place, just skimming the bottom 2 up for elimination, is Alex, who is T Doodles, and once again, Ink Dawn. Hi, It is time for the elimination challenge, sadly. Marge is right there. We just filmed the judging bit. She's right there. I don't know if you can hear her. She's screaming. I look a mess! Anyway, it's time for the elimination challenge of the episode, which sadly has T, Doodles, and Ink Dawn both from the same team. Luckily, Honey just missed out on... Not Honey. Alex just missed out on elimination. So the elimination challenge this week is to draw something that makes the people laugh. We want to see them somehow get some emotions across and just make people be like joy and laugh by it, as that's one of many skills you need in art, because you don't want to be looking at something boring, you know. And they both did some really weird drawings, which are going to be on screen now. So, they were both sent to the judging circle, and the judging circle had 10 minutes to decide which one they thought should stay in the competition by liking the post, not the actual post, I sent it to them in a group chat, by liking the one they think should stay. And the winner, by a unanimous decision, staying in the competition was T Doodles. That means in 9th place, going home, is Ink Dawn. We love you so much, and you've been with us from the start, Ink. Thank you so much for staying. And I was hoping you would stay around. You've been trying so hard, but just, you're an incredible artist. Just don't stop. I know you've had some challenges, but you're incredible. Don't stop doing what you're doing. I've been James Fudge. Next week we have an incredible guest judge and an incredible theme, and it's insane. Someone has got a pitch perfect score of 10 out of 10. So, make sure to stay tuned. I've been James Fudge. This is Art Wars. Subscribe, because none of you watching are subscribed. So, just do it, you know? Thanks. Bye!